boop, boop, boop. And I switch this, and I turn this on, and I turn this on. And here you go.
Boop?
Boop.
Hello? Hi.
Hoi.
I hope everyone's have a good day.
We have a game. If y'all had played / had Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter Rise. Yeah, that's the newest Monster Hunter.
I feel sorry to the Monster Hunter as a series because I just have a personal grudge against Monster Hunter with memories.
Yeah, you have.
So
you have
I
bad
just
experience
don't touch any of them. I don't think I ever have. That's a personal thing though. Hi, Magic.
Hello, Magic.
Also, hello, Mick.
Yes, hello, Mick.
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
I was about to make a joke about trauma dumping, but then I remembered that there is a lot of streamer Twitter discourse happening about it, so I'm not going to do that. But I hope you're having fun with the game.
I wonder if a new update or something came out recently.
Oh. Swooned at the lesbian bar. We resumed directly into a scene change. Whoa.
We were disgustingly early.
Oh yeah. No, I know. We made no progress today. That's why all the socials were like, are we gonna make progress today? I don't know about that.
Oh wait, we were farther than this.
Oh, we were.
Wow. We were so not far that it pushed us back. There's a pie.
Hi, pie.
Hello, pie.
No, I just.
Yeah,
no,
I guess it just
a bug. Because now I loaded the file and it just did this again. And now the bartender's on top of Alex.
Can you continue? That's so weird.
Hang on, let me.
Hey, so about this thing we did with Arcade Spirits where we found bugs. I survived today and none of my relatives punched each other, so I'm calling that a win. That is a win.
That sounds like a win.
That is very much a win.
I'm glad
unless you
none of your relatives punched each other.
Unless you really wanted to punch your relatives, in that case, should have gone for it.
Now it's not loading this. Or any of them.
we broke it.
I'm gonna restart the game.
Yeah, please do.
Oh, I can't stay because I'm elbow deep in woven hair. Someone wanted to say hooray, Apex representing in gaming award nominations. Yeah, that's really exciting.
No. You missed the first half of
what?
Hooray, happy Satan interview day, everybody. If you
What's
haven't,
that? Elbow deep in woven hair?
You should go to the Ace Couple on YouTube or Spotify or iTunes or other places to watch Satan's interview that came out today. It was a wonderful 2-hour interview.
Yeah, Chi-Chi got nominated. I'm so proud of them. I'm so happy for them. I was very anti-punching. They're all in their late 60s, early 70s. They should not be punching. Yeah, that would probably be better not to have punching in that case. It's not responding to me. I have to watch the thing go.
I hope not.
Did I break everything?
Did we completely break the game?
I mean, I know there was I think there was an update recently on the game as well. I don't know if the update broke something.
No septuagenarian Fight Club. Thank you very much.
Let's see. If I hit resume, let's see what it puts us at. No, it's restarting it again.
I guess you just have to. How about octogenarian Fight Club? Oof.
Yeah, it's just broken.
We broke the game. Congrats.
I guess we could just continue from here.
Yeah, I guess we just have to continue.
Yes, Chichi, arcade spirits and critique gamers are all up for awards in various categories. Love it.
Yes.
None fight clubs for the elderly.
I think Arcade Spirits is up for 2 categories.
Arcade Spirits was, I think, nominated for Game of the Year and might
An
also
indie game.
be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff.
Very exciting. We need to play that game.
Yeah, after we ever make progress on this one, I guess.
Well, if we stop breaking the game.
No, that's just our job, is to break games.
Yeah, I wish we got paid for it.
Don't say that. They're gonna put money in.
I wish we got paid for it.
Don't do it, guys. We just donate it. The elderly can have a little fight club. As a treat.
As a treat.
We just can't talk about it, right? No one said they can't have one. We're just not supposed to talk about it. That's my understanding. I never watched that movie, by the way.
No clue. Never watched it.
Alright, let's see.
I remember there was a little rant. Up there. There we go.
Like just trying to catch us back up to where we were.
I don't remember where exactly we were.
I do.
I remember
it
that.
showed up on the screen for a sec. It was talking about middle school, junior high girls' locker room.
In this country, with our lack of healthcare, that seems unwise. Oh, yeah.
Yes, this line. This is where it was loading and then breaking. Actually, you have no idea why you thought that. That makes perfect sense.
I love breaking when loading. I wonder
Let
if
me save again. Just.
I wonder if it has to do with the update or if it's something else.
My guess would be the update. In any case, I'm just gonna overwrite it. And then hopefully if it was the update, that'll fix it. If I ever have to load it from there again. Alright.
Hopefully you never have to load it from there again.
Hopefully not, but I mean there is a reason that we keep all of the weeks, right?
Wait, there is?
You just save to a new slot every time for funsies.
Yes.
You were slightly nervous coming to a lesbian bar because you're not technically a lesbian. But Alex assured you nobody offline actually cares about that as long as you have money. And Alex is even less of a lesbian than you are, so you figure it's fine?
What do you think?
You take a tiny sip of your gin and tonic. This thing cost you like twice the national minimum wage. You're taking your time with it.
Not bad. I mean, I've been to worse clubs.
No, you haven't.
Have you really? I mean, yeah. I've been to one club and it was, in fact, worse than this.
Okay, but I said I've been to worse clubs, plural. So,
Stop being nitpicky. Yell at the writers. Yell at the writers.
well, I'd sooner yell at the programmers for the bug we ran into than I had to like manually skip forward back to where we were.
Oh yeah,
Because
yell
they
at the
did not
programmers too.
They also did not implement like a skip Unless this is new in a skip function. That might be a new skip function that got added, actually. But they did not initially have a skip function.
What was this made in?
Unity. We've been over this. They
I don't
started
remember.
in RenPy and then they switched to Unity, and I think it was because they had a fucking fishing minigame.
I don't remember these things. I hope you know that.
Alex laughs and shakes his head. He's drinking something you think might be an appletini. You've never actually seen anyone drink an appletini in real life. Usually it's just gay guys drinking them on network TV.
How is everyone doing, by the way?
Fact, most of your experience with nightlife has been through media consumption. You've always really liked bar and club scenes in books and movies, just not in real life. How about you, Sharky?
What?
Also true here?
Wait, what?
Most of your experience with nightlife has been through media consumption?
Wait, I'm supposed to have experience with nightlife?
Through media consumption?
No, in real life. Am I
No,
supposed
that's
to
why
have
I'm
experience?
asking.
I have zero experience with nightlife in real life, so like, yes. Technically, it'd be like all of it. Okay, but gotta go. Sharky, don't let Satan or chat forget about how awesome the interview was today.
Pretty good. My hair's staining a lot of things at the moment. That happens with newly dyed hair. Yes.
Don't let Satan or chat forget about how awesome their interview is today. How awesome the interview is today.
What? Sharky's interview a few months back was great and awesome? Yeah, it was. Everyone should check that one out.
Right after they check out the Satan interview that came out today.
Everyone should go listen to the 3-hour Sharky interview. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, after the 2-hour Satan interview.
Also, magic, I've stained many a pillowcase with my newly dyed hair at various times.
Based on the state of my bathroom, I'm not getting my security deposit back, but it was worth it.
I mean, things that have helped, I think, are detergent, or cleaning alcohol. Some here. Well, I'm gonna disagree with you because mine was terrible, but thanks for being here. Welcome. Magic, I think one thing that was helping with cleaning my bathtub after, well, first of all, hot water helps, and like, I know sulfates in shampoo, if you have like non-color safe shampoo, it often has sulfates, that can help strip color out. And also I've definitely just like rubbed hand sanitizer and used the alcohol from that, and it was kind of effective. So those are some potential tips in addition to normal cleaning of it.
Magic, do not let me in here. I did not say anything about this.
You said it to your own interview way back. And the sooner you can try to clean it, the better, because it'll stain more the longer you leave it.
You're the one not accepting their love.
What? I never said I would.
I'm gonna go find Belle and Simon. I lost them over by the bathroom. I'll stay here.
Didn't have to say anything. You always reject chat's love, Sharky.
Call-outs.
Uh-huh.
Will you be okay on your own? They don't love.
I didn't say I don't appreciate the love. I just don't accept the love.
From someone who has rainbow hair and a white bathtub. I just use bleach.
That too. That too.
Satan love their love.
Just because I appreciate it doesn't mean I have to accept it.
God. Magic! This is Satan's day, not mine.
promote the Prof Sharky more. We should just have it go every few minutes. Dawn Power Wash's miracle product has gotten all kinds of weird stains out of all kinds of certainties.
Demonology facts.
And KH facts.
I don't know a KH fact.
Alright, let me pull up. I haven't added to my list yet, but let me pull up my handy dandy list of Solomon's demons so that I can just pick a random other one, since last time I didn't have the thing. Alright, investing in Dawn Power Wash.
Oh, what Kingdom Hearts fact? Please fail.
Like, I think I've given a fact about Valifor before from Final Fantasy X.
Yes, you have.
I don't know if I mentioned that apparently he's represented as a lion with the head of a man or as a lion with the head of a donkey, neither of which really describe the appearance from Final Fantasy X. But then again, Final Fantasy X didn't exactly invest that much effort into properly researching the deities of whose names they used, because Shiva has always been wrong.
Always.
And like, kind of horrifyingly so. Like, how did they turn? I think Shiva's like the god of death or something.
I do not know I do not know that stuff off the top of my head.
Oh no, god of destruction, sorry. Represents darkness. Also, it's a he. But
Yeah,
then they
I did
made it
know-
like sexy ice lady, and that has never made sense to me.
I did know Shiva was a he. I did know that.
Yes. Shiva literally means auspiciousness, welfare. He is the third god of the Hindu triad, and he is the god of destruction. He represents darkness and is said to be the angry god. The term destruction, as it relates to Shiva's cosmic duties, can be deceiving. Often Lord Shiva destroys negative presences such as evil, ignorance, and death. It is also destruction created by Lord Shiva that allows for positive recreation. For example, an artisan may melt down, i.e. destroy, old pieces of metal during his process of creating a beautiful piece of art. None of that is demonology, that's Hinduism. And to be clear, even though Christianity treats other religions all as demons, that's not a demon, that's a god. What other good demonology facts do I have? I know off the top of my head that Asmodeus has like one short leg and walks with a limp or something.
Interesting.
Which is fun because in Obey Me, and I don't think that they did this as a reference, I think this was just an outfit designed by coincidence, but Asmodeus in Obey Me has like one full pant and one like side of his pants has little diamond cutouts down, so it's asymmetric, and I'm like, I don't think they were intending that, but the asymmetric pant design does kind of evoke the asymmetric leg length that then was associated with the actual demon Asmodeus.
See, for Kingdom Hearts, I only have one thing popping in my head. That's a Kingdom Hearts 3 one. What is the Keyblade called? Hold on one second.
I hope you liked my shit I don't have a demonology fact ready random rambling that I pulled out of my ass Nick.
There is a Keyblade called the Classic Tone. It's gotten by doing like all these little like Game & Watch style mini games. And for a few frames while you're doing its limit breaks, they actually changed the model to be the black and white version that is very similar to Kingdom Hearts 2's when they go back in time. Like, they made an updated version of that for Kingdom Hearts 3 for about a few frames just for that limit.
Okay.
That's the
fact from each of us.
That's the best fact I got off the top of my head. Also, yes, Magic, just so you know, Kingdom Hearts does have time travel.
Of course it fucking does.
Well, I mean, there's two different versions of the time travel. That time travel was a little, like, not actually time travel, but it was a weird... That, like, like, black and white Toontown area was weird.
Nick is sated. I'm glad. I am not sated because I had a sudden urge at like 5 p.m. Like, oh, I should have shawarma for dinner. I should make shawarma. And then my chicken was still like half frozen after almost 2 days of defrosting.
That's impressive.
I put the marinade on, but it's not going to be ready in time for dinner tonight because it still needs to defrost more. So I am not satisfied because I want like nice, like heavily spiced shawarma, and I'm not going to be able to have it because the chicken's not going to be ready until at least tomorrow. Thanks, I hate the idea of time traveling.
Well, like I said, there's two different versions of it. One that involves dying and the other one doesn't.
Anyway, so Sharky, which option?
Yes, Dad. Yes, Dad. I'm fine. See?
You take a slurpy sip of your drink. Sorry.
What? What was that?
Sorry, I was just accidentally almost stealing your line again. You should read it.
I've got my gold-plated cocktail to keep me company.
Alex shakes his head and eels through the crowd, his broad shoulders swallowed up in the press. Once he's out of sight, you let yourself lean back against the bar. As long as you can keep something solid to your back, it should be okay. Your issues with crowded spaces don't extend so far that you can't have a normal night out with your friends.
I wonder what that's like.
Oh, your friend and your friend's friends. Belle and Simon are nice, but you haven't known them long. In fact, you aren't sure which one of them is Simon and which is Belle.
Impressive.
Now thinking about it, you've inhaled most of your expensive drink. Oh, that's a mistake.
Gosh dang it, Ace Couple.
What'd they do?
Retweeted and said podcast alumni Sharky and Satan are now streaming Validate. Apparently we're alumni.
We've graduated. They don't need us anymore.
They don't need us anymore. We're never coming back again.
Fuck it. You knock the rest back and set the glass down, enjoying the burn of the gin down to your stomach. It punts you over to that layer of tipsy where you start feeling good about the world rather than anxious. What's that like?
I don't know. I can't answer that question.
Alcohol's supposed to remove your anxiety? And make you feel good about the world?
What is tipsy like?
Alcohol might sometimes make me feel less anxious, but feeling good about the world? That seems like a stretch. I think you're on something a lot harder than alcohol if you start feeling good about the world. Especially from one drink. You'll pay for it in extra anxiety tomorrow, but that's just how the scales balance out. Yin and yang! Or something. The music changes to a song you actually like. If you were home in your living room, you'd get up and dance. Here! No way. Surreptitiously, you glance from side to side to check if Alex has come back for you. You told him you don't mind being on your own here. But now that you've finished your drink, you're just propping up the bar like an asshole. You're getting in the way of paying customers, at the very least. Instead of Alex, your gaze lands on one of the most striking people you've ever seen. Outside of a Photoshop picture, at least. And they, your brain scrambles to correct, fighting back against years of societal conditioning to immediately gender everyone you see, look like they belong here.
I mean, I'm a lovely drunk with a low alcohol tolerance. So one hard cider can totally have me like, I love you, random citizen.
But does it make you feel good about the state of the world? I feel like, if anything, if I start drinking, I just start ranting more openly about my frustrations over society. Which doesn't really alleviate my anxiety or hatred of the world. It just means that I'm being more open and ranty about it. Which is impressive, considering I'm already pretty open and ranty about it.
I mean, I can't really add too much to this.
Well, they have an undercut and they're wearing makeup. Again, you wish you'd put a little more of an effort in.
Me don't drink often.
You always do this. You don't want to seem like you're putting in zero effort because... what? You're not sure. What would happen if you made an effort? You'd have to acknowledge your disappointment when that effort didn't lead anywhere. Scarf.
Scarf. It is
scarf.
good scarf. I think I mentioned last time, I'm like, that's a really good scarf, even though I don't wear scarves. It's a good scarf.
Oh, but you know what I realize now? Also good bracelets.
Quack?
The bracelets are pretty cool.
Yes. Those are very cool bracelets.
And here you are, just gaping at a beautiful person and feeling bad about yourself. Idiot.
What's that like? The first half, not the second half.
Looking at a beautiful person?
Gaping at a beautiful person.
I don't
Just
know.
good outfit overall.
Yeah. But like, especially the accessories. Then that beautiful person leans in closer to you, taps her empty glass with their knuckles, and says, "Can I buy you another one?" You resist glancing over your shoulder like this is a cartoon. But it's narrow. They couldn't be talking to anyone else. They are looking straight at you.
They're looking straight at you. They touched your glass.
Yeah.
It's very much pointed at you. It can't be me. It can't be me. No. This is no. Can't be. That's how it works, right? They're $12.
And like, has a stranger ever come up to me and asked if they can get me another one? The answer is no, because I already went to the bar to get myself another one. Self-sufficiency. The enemy of dating, I guess. They laugh. Pretty standard for this part of town. Gin and tonic? You nod. The person flags down the bartender way faster than you did, standing up on their tiptoes and getting in their face. They turn back to you once they've put the drink orders in.
Capture broken.
Oh no. Well,
Oh no! Is mine broken? Oh no, there's
yours is fine. Usually I can tell when one's broken by the little blue arrow.
The blue arrow,
that
yeah.
shows up.
No, it's just mine wasn't showing up any words for when I was saying things.
Oh.
Pros to stranger buying drink, free drink. Cons, might have to have conversation. To be fair, I did once have a person I know wave in my direction, look in my direction, say my name, only for me to realize there was another person with my name directly behind me. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like it's always, like, especially awkward, though, if you do wave back. So I'd rather just awkwardly check than awkwardly not, in fact, be the one that was waved to.
Yep.
Also, pros of stranger buying a drink. Free drink. Cons. Might have to have conversation. That's okay. Might be expected to, like, have sex with them or something. Done. Cut off. No more.
He didn't acknowledge my existence. Oof.
Oh god, that's awkward. Yeah, I feel like that's always, like, the worst feeling for the times that it has happened, and so I'd rather just check.
I'd rather just put my head down and just keep walking.
Yeah, I have turned down plenty of, well, I say plenty, more like 1 or 2 free drinks, because I'm like, nope, don't want this to be your excuse to, like, shove your number at me and try to get me to call you, or for you to keep demanding my number. Nope. Not doing that. I am not doing that. I can pay for my own drink. I will pay for my own dinner. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
My roommate no, this one's not from my roommate. I think this was just posted on Twitter. Solution, drink at home. That's what I do. I have a glass of scotch right now. I think I just saw it on Twitter. It was this woman was on a date with some guy.
Okay.
And I guess was sneakily recording. But it was like, oh, that was a nice date. Thanks. Like, do you want to split the check down the middle? And he's like, I can pay. I've got it. She's like, oh, okay, thanks. Well, I'm gonna head home now. I'm pretty tired. And then he gets so mad at her and was like, oh, is that how it is? Guy pays for your dinner and you don't put out? Like, excuse me? And she's like, first of all, I have no obligation to sleep with you just because you paid for dinner. Secondly, I offered. I can pay for my own dinner. I can pay for my dinner. I didn't ask you to pay for my dinner. Like, she had suggested at the beginning of the video, should we split it down the middle? He's the one who was like, no, I got this. Then you really can't act like someone owes you sex. What the fuck?
The only time I've been asked, can I buy you a drink? It was by some creepy extended step-family relative when I was 12.
That's very creepy. I'm sorry. I had a bartender try to offer me a bunch of free drinks, and that was the bartender that hit on me for like 2 hours straight, even after I basically gave him the definition of asexuality, and kept trying. And I was like, you're not getting anywhere. I mean, I'm not like offended or creeped out, but you're not getting anywhere, to be clear. And then I was like, you know what, actually, I can pay for my own drinks on my way out. And then he took off one of the drinks anyway. And I tried to tell him, like, you still left off one of the drinks. And he's like, I know what I charged you for. And then I was walking out. He insisted on, like, coming out from behind the bar and walking me out. And I was already halfway out of the restaurant by the time he caught up. And then was, like, chatting with me more out there, trying to convince me to, like, or trying to convince me to take his number. And I was like, no. Because first of all, at one point in the evening, there was a black woman who had come up and was paying in cash and, like, paid the cash, and I guess was concerned because he wasn't really paying attention to her. Like, look, I paid you, okay? I don't want to get in trouble later. Like, where you assume or accuse me of not having paid you. I paid you. So make sure, like, you mark it down, track it.
Yeah.
And in the back and forth that ensued, because he was like, no, I got you. Like, this place is black owned. It's owned by a black woman, whatever. And she's like, yeah, that's not a guarantee. Which, I mean, yeah, fair. In the course of that, he had tried to, like, reassure her in a buddy way where he said the N-word, and I was just like, no! What the fuck? No! I was trying to back her up the best I could during that. And then she introduced herself in the meantime as he, like, turned around to properly close out that tab and whatnot. And it's just like, oh my god. I'm so mortified on your behalf. And at some point during that 2 hours, he had, like, mentioned a couple of times having a girlfriend. I'm like, you are hitting on me way too hard for someone who has openly said he has a girlfriend. What the fuck? And yeah, Mick, same. I also don't expect anything when I buy stuff for people, because it's just supposed to be a nice gesture for my friends or something.
Sorry, I'm just face-palming at that story.
That was also the time that I was like, oh, it's been a couple years, and, like, at some point, I think he had come around the bar trying, again, to just keep hitting. Like, when I say he was hitting on me for, like, 2 hours straight, I'm not kidding. He had come around the bar to, like, because he was trying to convince me to stand up and, like, turn and, like, show him all around of myself.
No,
like a 360, and I was like, I'm good sitting in this chair. And he was like, oh, don't make me come around. And I was like, I'm not making you. He came around and, like, put his arm around me, like, around my shoulder or whatever, and I was like, well, good to know that after years of, like, pandemic and stuff, yep, this confirms. I don't think I get touch starved. Just, like, as a thing. I don't think it happens. Nope. Yeah. I still like that restaurant bar place. Because it's an Ethiopian restaurant with pretty good drinks that also does live jazz. And their food's good, the drinks are good, the music's nice because it's live jazz, right? But I'm like, And, yeah, I think in the times after that, he hasn't recognized me, which is great. That or the fact that the times that I've gone since, I wasn't alone, and so I guess I was harder to hit on.
Much harder to hit on.
Though I think at one point Mango and I had gone down, and he didn't really chat with us much during that, but tried, I think, near the end to convince us to come back in the future, and I'm like, we will. I mean, we live nearby, and this isn't our first time coming here in the first place. I do get touch starved, but still, no, there's good safe touch, and that's not it. Yeah. I mean, even in general, I don't think I really get touch starved. Although I know it's, like, a thing for a lot of people. But yeah, and in this way of, like, I'm not so much creeped out by someone, like, trying to put their arm around me or whatever. I'm just very, like, well, to be clear, you're not getting anywhere. There was also one time that I was just, like, waiting on a lift with Mango, and some drunk guy came down the street and started hitting on me, and also put his arm around me, and I was just, like, standing there, like, I'm not reciprocating or anything. Like, this is... You're clearly just drunk, and I'm not really concerned about this, especially because we were on a fairly busy street, and we were just waiting for a lift, so it was only going to be a few minutes anyway. But at one point, because he started being like, this is my bitch right here, and I was like, okay, and you're done. You're not going to call me your bitch. that's not, in the first place, I don't think you should say that about, like, your partner, even though I know lots of guys do. But, you literally came along, like, 2 minutes ago. If you're gonna put your arm around me and start calling me your bitch and shit, yeah, I just kind of took his hand off my shoulder, removed himself from me, and then pushed him. Which is, again, like, not that I'm creeped out, but it's just, you're not getting anywhere with this. I don't know what you expect to come out of this. Like, what are you doing?
Get touch starved, but it takes a while to get there. But if I'm touch starved long enough, I just forget about it?
Yeah, that's fair, too.
Huh.
Or, I mean, I also have the cats now, and I feel like, in terms of touch starved, I mean, I cuddle with my cats all the time. Isn't that good enough?
I could not see people for weeks, and I would have no issues.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of, like, touch specifically, right? I'm like, I don't know, I have warm, furry creatures that cuddle up to me. That seems like enough. I don't think I need, like, human touch, per se. I'm getting kitty cuddles.
I'm also the person that, like, human, like, any touch, I'm basically, like, I don't really touch anybody. Like, the only time, like, my body touches another is, like, when I hug people, and that's really only at the Pathfinder group. They're the only people I ever hug.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well,
like...
that's why I'm not touch starved. Marshmallow's back and semi-relaxed, and Cheddar is heavy enough to feel like someone's body part resting on me. Part of the went limp when hugged by relatives as a child gang. Never gotten there before 2020, but turns out eventually I will. Yeah, that's also fair.
Yeah.
I don't know about went limp when hugged by relatives. I didn't really ever meet my extended family. But, yeah. Oh, Cheddar is an excellent name. Wait, can we get pictures of your kitties, Mick? Can you post them in Discord?
Granted, when I'm in relationships with other ace people, they get that I don't always want to be touched. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I feel like I have a high tolerance for what would be considered creepy touch, maybe, but I'm always just like, you're not getting anywhere. I don't know what you expect out of this. Do people think that if they put their arm around a stranger, suddenly that person's gonna be swooning in their arms? Like, I don't understand.
Possibly. It possibly might.
I don't think that's how it works even for aloes. I don't know. Maybe it does. But as far as I understand, I don't think even aloes just go swooning just because someone put their arm around their shoulder.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm Imhari. I hope I said that right.
And
If anyone knows otherwise, please correct us on the name pronunciations.
to be fair, the resident aloe, could be completely content with only kitty cuddles.
Yeah. Doesn't have to work on aloes for men to think it works, as far as I know. Also fair.
Yeah, that is also very fair.
You offer to shake hands, which feels silly, but Imhari doesn't hesitate. Their hands are incredibly smooth.
Do you, can you tell me your pronouns?
Yeah, aloe men are a completely different specimen.
They are.
You wince internally. You always feel embarrassed when you ask this in real life. Even though you shouldn't, even though it's a completely normal and socially acceptable thing to say, You still hear your dad sneering about political correctness gone wild. Mary doesn't blink. Shiri, just mix it up. You?
Oh, she is fine.
You go by they online, but you don't like to be annoying in real life. Do you hate that you think you annoy people? Even
what,
though
annoying people? What?
Even though telling people in real life that you go by they, I don't think should be annoying.
I enjoy loving snuggles from my partners, but when I spent 2 months at my lake house with only my cat for company, I didn't feel a lack of physical affection.
Yeah. I mean, snuggles are nice and all, but like, kitties are furry and warm and cute. The only problem is then Mog like tries to reach for my face sometimes, and he doesn't always put his claws away when he does. I got a sleep mask thing, like eye mask, sleep mask thing.
Yeah.
It has little like, it's so strange because I guess they have like rounded cup things so that your eyes don't like bump into it when they're blinking or whatever in your sleep, because your eyes do make movements.
Yes.
But as a result, it kind of looks like a bra for my eyes, which is very bizarre. And now I just think of it as my eyebrow. But anyway, I was wearing that the other day, and Mog was cuddled up next to me. And of course, with that on, I'm basically blindfolded. But I feel his paw like stretch out, and then his claw just like hooks into one of the cups, and I'm like, Mog, really glad I'm wearing this like thing over my eyes, or else you'd scratch my fucking eyes out, Mog.
Jeez.
It's no good. That's no good.
Not at all.
He's also like kind of scratched my mouth or something at various times while I'm trying to just lay there to sleep, or as I'm trying to wake up.
Oh, cat.
Because he's stretching, and he's stretching towards my face, but he didn't put his claws away. And I'm like, Mog, you have to put your claws away. He's not learned to put his claws away when doing that. But he does like to cuddle with me when I lay down to sleep, and I appreciate that because it's really cute. Basically, how you feel about your gender is an endless Russian nesting doll of embarrassment, shame, and shame at your embarrassment. And now you've absolutely missed whatever Amari has said because you're too busy feeling weird about yourself. Story of your life. My friends and I used to form puppy piles and cuddle on the floor when we were in high school. Platonic cuddles. Yeah, I don't really do platonic cuddles either. And when I was in high school, I didn't really like hugs. And now I'm kind of sort of okay with hugs. But I don't tend to go for hugs or particularly want hugs. Just flop down somewhere soft and lay all over each other. Yeah, there is a conference that I volunteer at for most years. At the end of the last day, there's become a tradition of pushing together some of the sofas that are in the volunteer lounge to form a boat, and then it seems like everyone just cuddles together in the sofa boat. And this past year, I went up because one of my friends was and they tried to convince me to also join the cuddle boat, and I was like, I'm good over here on the armrest, thanks.
See, I'm not like, I don't hate like when people touch me, but I'm just like, I'd rather not have people touch me.
I feel like I get more stiff. Sometimes, at least.
Like, I'm still reminded about the time where I visited, and at the end, the one person's like, "Aren't you two gonna like hug goodbye?" And we're both like, "Nope, talk to you later."
I was like, meh. Alright, I'll talk to you over Messenger in about an hour.
Yeah, or less.
Yeah, or less.
But like, that's how I kind of am with like anyone, where it's just like, bye.
Yeah.
Like, no hugs. Like I said, that Pathfinder group is the only one. And that's just, I don't know why. It just is. So if I don't have to hug people, that doesn't bother me.
I'm like, if I have really huggy friends, then I guess.
Yeah, they're
okay
huggy friends.
Giving a hug back, maybe sometimes.
Yeah, they're very huggy.
I'm a very not touchy-feely type of person. I feel kind of bad actually, because anytime Mango's going through something rough, I'm like, oh, do you want a hug? Should I pat you on the back or on the shoulder or something? Awkwardly reach across the couch like pat.
You sound so awkward saying that. Like, do you want a hug?
I am that awkward saying that. That's exactly what I'm like.
I mean, I would be the exact same way. I am the exact same way.
At some point, she was like telling me something, like some bad news, and we were in the kitchen, and I was like, oh, do you want a hug? And then I very awkwardly hugged her. And I was just like, pat. And then I just kind of released, and I'm like, I don't think that helped. I feel like you would like a hug, because they were like, yeah, I'd like a hug. And I gave them a hug, but I'm like, I don't think that was a very good hug. I don't know how comforting that really was. I'm sorry. I feel bad. I know you want a hug. I'm not good at hugs, but I hope it helps. I don't know.
I know how that's like. When I was hanging out with that group on Saturday, one of the person was leaving and was like, hugs, and like two of the other people gave them a hug, and they're like, oh, that was a really good hug. And then like me and the person who was leaving hugged, and the person took a second, and everyone's like, we thought you were immediately gonna be like, that was okay. As like just like a joke off of really good. Yeah, that was okay. And I'm just like, no.
Fun pie fact, I was on the hugging team at my college. You had a hugging team?
What is a
that
hugging
sounds terrifying.
Team? What is a flippin' hugging team?
No offense, but that sounds terrifying.
Is there a competitive hug competition? I'm a selective hugger. Probably not very good, and yet here I am with this username.
That's why they're ghost hugs.
See, I'm not aquatic, and yet I'm a shark.
Uh-huh. Well, that's just
sorry.
A shark.
Sorry, what?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I asked, do you come here often? As a joke, you know? But now that I have to repeat it, I'm realizing that probably the only thing more annoying than asking someone if they come here often is joking about whether they come here often. So, I believe in ghosts. Poor choices all around.
Many choices were made.
They're spiritual hugs. I feel like that's fair. I feel like spiritual hugs should be fair. That should be considered a fair thing. You're hugging someone in spirit. That's why it's a ghost hug.
My spirit shall leave my body to go hug someone real quick.
That sounds terrifying.
It was the Hug Don't Hate group that eventually got renamed I Embrace BU. And then Be United. We hosted Free Hug Fridays in a plaza on campus.
That sounds very sweet, just like you, and also I'm terrified and would stay far the fuck away from that plaza.
Free hugs? No, do not touch me.
I want a refund.
It was free? I want a refund anyway. Well, I don't come here often. This is my first time.
Are you here alone? We offered hugs. We did not inflict them upon the willing. See, but then I would run away scared at the offer.
Free hugs. What weakness?
When y'all say I don't accept chat's love, as a matter of fact, it's I don't accept anybody's love.
Satan, you are a great and wonderful person.
I don't know if any of that came through Discord, but you know, it doesn't matter because I'm hosting the stream, which means that it probably came through the stream.
It probably came through a stream, but I heard none of it.
Sure did.
Sure did.
Well, the stream
Discord
heard it.
filtered all of that out. So it was just like, are you hissing at us?
I'm hissing at Sharky.
Because I said Satan is a great and wonderful person like they are. Chat, say wonderful things about Satan.
Just trying to make some pasta and now I'm getting hissed at and my cat is concerned. What is happening?
Magic, what is your cat's name?
And what kind of pasta are you making? Minnie! Alright, so we've got a marshmallow, a cheddar, a Minnie.
Oh, Minnie Mouse?
I don't think the cat is a mouse. We have Mog, we have Kate Sith. Does Pie's cat
What?
have a name besides Fat Baby and Bitchy Cat?
I was gonna say, well, I mean, it would be better than Mickey's full name, Mortimer.
Lazy tonight, so just making buttered noodles. How very Midwestern of you. Your given name is Salem. Right, I think you mentioned that at some point, like a long time ago.
Funny.
I just call her Minnie like little, but her original owners did call her Mouse. Well, I thought Mortimer was Mickey's rival, the tall, skinny, mean mouse.
Let me double check.
Yeah, my cat's names at the shelter were originally Jiminy and Cricket. And I think we were watching something. And Kate Sith was like... Because Kate Sith just likes to also watch the TV with us a lot. And sometimes she goes over the TV and tries to like stretch up, reaching towards the TV, also with her claws out, because neither of my cats know to put their claws away when they're stretching up. And we have to constantly be like, Kate Sith, no. But I think at some point something about Crickets, or maybe it was Jiminy Cricket, came up. And I was like, hey, do you remember when you used to be named Cricket? She's like, what? Except her bet because Zach couldn't bear to tell them her name is Bitchy Cat.
Mick, you are right. Mortimer is the tall one. I swear Mortimer was Mickey's name at one point, though. Apparently now they're saying it's Michael.
That would make more sense as a nickname.
Apparently has an older sister named Felicity Fieldmouse. And 2 nephews, Morty and Ferdy Fieldmouse.
Sorry, I'm just thinking, like, a Michael mouse implies the existence of a Lucifer mouse.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
I also saw a tweet yesterday that was like, holy infant so tender and mild implies the existence of a cursed infant so chewy and spicy. And I was like,
wait,
yeah, that infant certainly would be cursed.
Wait, what?
I would like to rep Lucy Mouse, please. My cat's name is Pearl and his birth name is Missy, but I call him Tiny Sir. Oh,
Tiny Sir.
Jesus, his evil twin.
I just blocked everything you said out.
So you
not
know
on purpose.
The Christmassy lyric, "Holy infant, so tender and mild." I think it's from Silent Night.
Yes.
And so this tweet was saying, "Holy infant, so tender and mild implies the existence of a cursed infant, so chewy and spicy." To which I say, yeah, that infant certainly does sound cursed.
Just no.
He has a little mustache.
No to all of that, please.
Mustache cats are so precious.
Just stop.
I mean, Katesith has a little tuxedo, and it really starts just like right under her chin, and then comes together like a bow, and then opens up on her belly again.
Although Mickey's full name was said to be Michael Mouse in the cartoons, in one of the comics, Mickey's full name is Michael Theodore Mouse. But in another cartoon, he's dressed as Michael Francois Mouse.
So he's always Michael something Mouse.
He's always Michael something Mouse, apparently.
So about Lucifer Mouse. Or
No.
is it Lucifer Cat? Is it Lucifer?
Well, go to Cinderella for that.
Lucifer has been like a thing for quite a long time. I think it's been around. I've seen it. There's
But I mean, isn't the Cinderella cat literally just Lucifer?
Is it Lucifer or Lucius? Cinderella cat. Oh no, it is Lucifer.
I remember that because Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Lucifer's a boss fight.
See, I think Twisted Wonderland, because they renamed everyone.
Yeah.
I believe the cat is named Lucius in that one. Lucius or Lucian. But I think it's Lucius.
Only way to remember a cat's name, beat it up in a video game, apparently.
Lucius, that is owned by Professor Train. And also, I just want to say that Professor Cruel is great. And
Sure.
And the Gaston character is the gym teacher, which I just think is really funny too. But yeah, Lucifer is a thing I've seen around because I know one of the... at minimum for like several years now. I know one of the goth brands that I like has had like logos and merch and stuff of Lucifer where it's like a cat. It's really cute.
Yeah, I feel like that's been around for a while.
Lucifer.
No, my friends are here. Well, friend, and he has people who are more fun than I am, so
Well, that's his loss. I'm having a great time with you.
both being incredibly awkward.
Uh-huh.
To you?
Do I what?
Come here often?
The strobing, swinging lights highlight his cheekbones. He has a killer profile. More often than I probably should. The drinks appear on the bar top, considerably faster than they had when you ordered for yourself, even though there were 2. Well, Amhari is just drinking something in a can, so probably not much of a pain to prepare.
Your turn.
I feel like this feels like the more natural thing.
What are you drinking?
That's a normal thing to ask, right? Oh, it's just seltzer. I don't drink.
Is it a religious thing, or...?
Nope. It just makes me feel sick.
Very fair.
Yeah, I mean, some people are allergic.
Mm-hmm. My roommate doesn't drink anymore because of, reasons.
Also fair.
Oh.
You feel a little awkward. Chances are your drink cost him like 10 times more than a seltzer. No, I don't think seltzer is quite, like, especially a can of seltzer is gonna be quite that cheap at a bar.
No, not at all.
I am like, your drink probably costs 2 to 3 times what the can of seltzer was.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a non-alcoholic seltzer, but even so, I feel like at a bar, 4 is not out of the question for a can of just sparkling water. You pick up your glass and resolve to drink slower this time. You keep expecting for Amari to leave, but he bought you a drink. That means he's interested in you, right? Or maybe he was just being polite because you're so very obviously not in your element. You accidentally take another huge gulp of your drink. The lights are beginning to go streaky in the corner of your vision. Oh my god, what a lightweight.
Maybe you shouldn't drink more.
Maybe you shouldn't be taking giant gulps at least. Do you want to dance?
You want to dance?
I wouldn't have asked if I didn't want to.
Okay. I guess, fair warning, I am bad at it.
Who cares? You're at a club. Nobody's actually good at dancing to dance music. That's why it's all rhythm. Disagree, but it is made for, I think, the lowest common denominator of people to be able to dance to. It's a great equalizer.
Are you a musician?
No, I just like to dance. Come on. He drains his drink in one gulp, which you take his license to do the same. She's about half your size, but evidently he holds his liquor a lot better than you do. Wait. So was it a alcoholic seltzer? In which case, no, that drink definitely wasn't 10 times cheaper.
God, light.
You clearly shouldn't listen to him when he says that dancing prowess doesn't matter. Of course it does. He's probably an amazing dancer. She looks like it. He has the body for it. And she is. The thing is, dancing with him makes you feel like you might be a good dancer too. It's not like you have no rhythm, or you dance like one of those straight guys who's just sort of sway from side to side. Or you do the absolute whitest of white guy dancing and start doing chores.
What?
I was waiting for the what. Yeah, I've had white guy dancing.
I'm glad I'm predictable.
I've had white guy dancing explained to me by a white guy of like different chores. There's mowing the lawn, there's grocery shopping, there's driving the car, and I'm just like, oh, this is why you're all so bad at dancing.
What?
Grocery shopping is where you look like you're pushing imagine you're playing charades, right? You're pushing a cart and you're picking a can off the top shelf and putting it in the cart. And then you're doing the same on the other side and picking up a can off the top shelf and put it in a cart. And like, didn't know it was universal. He also mentioned the sprinkler. Yeah. I think this is how a lot of them have learned the dancing stuff from each other. But I'm like, oh no. You can't. If you guys don't know how to dance, you can't learn from each other.
Don't forget jumping while pumping fist in air.
Yeah, that's also one. I also was watching a video on hardcore dancing, which I guess is a controversial-ish kind of dancing thing at like concerts and stuff, especially like metal and stuff. And there's I guess debate whether it should be allowed within mosh pits because they kind of flail their arms a lot, and so it's kind of dangerous. Because what if you smack someone in the crowd? But both the hardcore dancing video and also moshing in general, I kind of watched and went, you know, it looks like they were trying to dance and then got mad that they didn't know how to dance and then started pushing each other around because they're mad that they don't know how to dance.
Uh-huh.
And like, sorry to anyone who likes moshing and stuff. That's fine. I've had it described to me as like, oh, this is how we dance. And I'm like, by looking like you're bad at it and then getting frustrated that you're bad at it and then shoving each other.
Uh-huh. Zero ideas. No idea.
like the hardcore dancing is basically like punching and flailing your arms and legs around and stuff. Like, one of them was think of like an over-exaggerated, like over-animated, like anime character punching down towards the ground repeatedly in really fast speed, right? Think of that.
Mm-hmm.
You have an image, you know, the elbows come up really high and all in between.
Well, I don't have an image, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. You have the idea of it.
Yeah, I have a vague idea, yeah.
Now slow that down a little bit and then have someone doing that wildly in the middle of a circle.
See, that sounds like you're gonna get multiple people hit.
Yeah, which is why apparently it's sort of a controversial thing of whether it should be allowed or not, because the whole point is like make sure everyone's safe and having a good time. If someone doesn't want to be in the mosh pit, like help them get out of the mosh pit. If someone falls, you help them up right away. But yeah, that's the metal version of the same kind of bad dancing, and I'm like, it looks a lot like the white guy mow the lawn move, but like more aggressive about it is all. I'm just like, but this is just bad. This isn't good dancing. Guys, you gotta admit you just don't know how to dance. Like, I don't know.
I mean, yeah. I just plainly admit I don't know how to dance.
And then TikTok is like, here's black people making the dance content, and here are all the white people blowing up because they just literally copied the black people's dancing. And like, you know, I know in general, like, hip-hop comes from black culture, hip-hop dancing, and like the different styles of hip-hop, but like, you could at least not blatantly just turn it into a TikTok trend to just steal directly, copy exactly the same choreography and then, like, because they don't see the same success.
Yeah.
Culture vultures. In college did these things called headphone discos where everyone gets a pair of headphones and you can switch between two DJs, and it's always very funny to pull off your headphones and see many drunk college kids dancing in complete silence. That's a thing! I think it's actually more of a thing in Europe, if I remember right.
Interesting.
But yeah, it's a thing. And I mean, I think that's cool. But yes, it's very funny to see from the outside looking in. Not that I've been to Europe. I'd like to go to Europe someday. Just, you've always felt like you're a little too big to be much good at dancing. You take up too much space. You're all elbows all over the place. I feel so sad reading things like this.
Why?
No. Because a lot of people have really low confidence in dance. And so they don't want to try. But then, like, when I've taught people to dance, it makes them really small about their movements. They're trying to do it really small and, like, tiny and, like, keep themselves contained, and I'm like, no, that makes it look bad. One of the things with dancing is you have to have the confidence and, like, put the energy behind it, otherwise it just looks bad.
Okay, but what's confidence?
It's that thing you pretend to have when you
What's
have to
pretending?
dance. It's that thing that you do when you're a lying liar who lies, Sharky.
Wow, you don't need to be so rude. Just because I said you're a great and wonderful person.
Yeah, that's a lie.
It is
Sorry,
not
you don't
a
think
lie.
about that too much until you step on someone's foot.
Ouch. Sorry, my bad. Alex?
Alex looks down at you. His hair is a sweaty disaster, eyeliner running slightly from one eye.
You're dancing? Like it's hard.
He grins. Without realizing it, you and Amhari have opened up a little bit to allow Alex to join your circle. Now all you need is someone in the middle, and this will be like one of those breakdancing circles the kids used to get into during middle school dances. I absolutely do not believe that middle schoolers made breakdancing circles, because I don't think that most middle schoolers know how to breakdance.
Seven layers of confusion.
Add 2 more.
No, I'm sticking with 7. And you can't stop me.
I'm gonna read Inferno, finally. Because my
you
friend
mentioned.
is, my friend is joining us we're starting a book club. And then it turns out her boyfriend is also joining this book club. But on the day we were, like, talking about doing it, he wasn't actually there. He had also come into, like, the city. But then he left before we came to hang out because the reason we were given was he was tired and it's the weekend, and so he wants to he wants to be very careful about how he spends his weekend time. And I was just like, wow, okay, we're not cool enough for your weekends. Okay. But then he came to hang out for some other thing, and I gave him some shit for it.
I will say, in my opinion at least, Inferno is the best of the 3.
Yeah, so I'm supposed to read Inferno by Tuesday of next week. And then...
It's not bad.
Oh, no, it seemed pretty short.
Yeah, like, I feel like Paradiso is the worst one to read.
Is that why people only talk about Inferno?
Yeah. Because Purgatorio is meh. Paradiso is boring.
You heard it here, folks. Hell is the most interesting place, so you should all come there and hang out with me.
It's all fan fiction anyway.
Did you read this already?
Who's your friend? What?
You can't hear anything over the pounding music, which I reduced the volume of.
Oh, was
Alex
it that
just
bad?
shakes his head. It was loud enough that it... Usually there's no, like, real conflict between you and the music, but in this case, the music was loud enough. I was like, I need to lower this bit. They were very realistic about the music being pounding and loud.
What?
Alex shakes his head, and maybe it's the alcohol, or maybe it's the reassuring presence of your best friend and the hottest person you've seen in a while. What's that like? Is their temperature really high? Maybe they have a fever. But you get lost in it. The music, the movements, the sensation of momentarily existing outside of time. Maybe this is why people go to clubs in the first place.
Can I exist outside of time?
Apparently you have to go to a club and have some
alcohol
and also your best friend.
Can I just go to like a Target at 3 a.m.?
I don't think that's existing outside of time if you're specifying 3 a.m. When you dance at home, it's always to work out a little bit of tension in between doing work or chores, or worrying about doing work or chores. Here, your mind goes astonishingly blank.
I think that's the alcohol talking.
I don't think my mind goes blank even dancing at a club.
I'm not sure Target is typically open that late. Yeah, that's why you go at 3 a.m. Magic.
I exist outside of time. But I think that's because I have no schedule. I would like to exist outside of time, but I also want to do things in the world a little bit too much, which means
like
that I just exist out of normal times. That's how they get you, Sharky.
Nobody's gotten me yet.
You sure? Because you're on the stream 3 times a week and also in D&D once a week.
What?
Somehow you end up pressed up close to Amari, pinned by the crowd, and separated from Alex. From the look on his face, he doesn't mind at all. He's looking at your mouth. Yet.
Hey, Malik.
Hi, Malik. Yet being the imperative word. Or
being a freelance musician / potter and content creator is wild. Yeah.
Or maybe she's just looking straight ahead. You're about the same height, so that would make sense. Fuck. What if he tries to kiss you? Well, so what? You definitely are not going to freak the fuck out this time. You can kiss someone and be normal about it. You are a grown woman.
What?
Specifically a grown woman who wants to kiss people, because actually it's also perfectly okay if you're a grown person who does not want to kiss anyone and would freak the fuck out over it.
What's kissing someone and being normal about it?
Says the one who is in a relationship for, what was it, 7 years?
Okay, you don't
I'm just saying.
Like that.
It's not like you never kissed anybody.
What?
In the same way that I sometimes make jokes about sex, but I've had sex. It's just a thing. Meh. so convinced that he is going to kiss you that you are absolutely unprepared when he leans in and goes for your ear instead of your mouth. I kind of want to leave. Am I the only ace that likes kissing? No. I think kissing is nice.
It's fine.
They hype these things up, but then it's just meh. I feel like kissing is fine, sex is fine. Like, both of those things are physically enjoyable things to me. I also am very neutral about it, I guess, in the sense of, like, they're good or nice or whatever, but also I can do without it. Kind of like a hobby that I've neglected for years.
Something, I probably would have a bad association with it now, personally.
Fair enough,
After
I guess.
experiences.
Fair enough, I guess.
But like, it is an activity that people do.
It is. There are also lots of other activities that people can do.
Yes.
I do think, I mean, given the option between, like, baking a cake and eating it, or kissing and sex, I don't know. I feel like the cake's pretty good. Not that, like, kissing and sex and stuff are bad, but just, I don't know, the cake's pretty good. I remember someone telling me I wasn't ace because I got a tingling sensation when I kissed people. Well, that person seems to have missed the definition of asexuality.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, sex
Like,
is nice, but I'd be fine if I never had it again. Right.
But you can enjoy kissing someone and be ace, like.
Yeah, like, they're
Well,
fine. It's nice. At least if you like it with the person that you're doing it with.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah. I haven't had sex in, like, almost 7 years now or something. And it's fine. That's not a problem. There's, like, I know some allo people are like, oh, I haven't had sex in, like, weeks. And I'm like, and?
Oh, jeez, my brain just realized that was 7 years ago.
Yes. Next up, you get to think about how long we've been friends.
Okay, but that's really easy because we started talking, like,
Also around that time.
Well, it was a little bit after. Because we started talking more after my relationship ended.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like just hit 7 years, like a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Since then. So yeah, it's 6 years, 6.5 years, somewhere around there.
He is pressed as close as she can in order to not be overheard. Music is, if possible, even louder than before.
Which is wild to think about how much we're doing this, and it's like, yeah, we've known each other for 6 years, and we've been doing this for 4 years next month.
I mean, technically, we've known each other for more than 6 years. We just weren't friends for all of it.
Did I actually know you?
You knew that I existed, and you knew me by name and face.
I actually don't know if I knew you by name.
Really? Because I was the club president.
Yeah,
well, I
I'm
think
very
vice
bad.
president as well. Of which you were also an officer.
Yeah, I don't remember most of the people's names.
Sharky.
Time.
I'm like, I understand if you don't know the names of every single person that shows up in the club, but if you are on the board of the club together, you should probably know your co-board members' names. Sharky!
You know, I don't.
Do you know your coworkers' names?
Like on my new team?
In general.
Well, I mean, what do you mean in general? Because there's a very big difference.
Well, okay. How long have you been on your new team now? A few months?
I mean, unofficially, like a year.
And so do you know your coworkers' names?
Well, yeah, there's only like, if you're counting the temps, 3 of us.
There were only like 5 of us when you were an officer. 5 or 6.
Yeah, that's a lot of people for my brain.
Especially when it's like the vice president or the president. I'm like, are you gonna tell me next that you don't know your boss's name?
No, because I'm talking to him constantly. And we use Teams, so like his name's in my face. Like I've never seen my boss. I've never seen him in person. I've only seen icon and name.
Okay. How about your previous job?
Depends on how you define, the previous position.
No, your previous job. You knew all the boss's names? I'm saying this because that was pre-pandemic. Why does it suddenly sound like Sharky's a secret agent? He's not. He just has bad memory.
I remember 2 of their names.
I'm not asking if you remember their names now. I'm remembering if you knew their names when you worked with them actively.
I honestly could not tell you what one of their names was. Until somebody says it and I'm like, oh, right, that's their name. I could not remember their name for the life of me. It was the one I really never interacted with. Like Sharky.
These were your bosses.
Well.
For context, the job I'm referring to, I also had before Sharky started. I recommended Sharky there. So I know exactly everyone who was like all of the bosses in question. Secret agent who's really good at keeping national security info under wrap, but only because they forgot it 2 days after training ended. But also, I feel like that's not a very effective secret agent, in that you also forget any intel that you acquire.
Yeah. Unless it's like very, very specified information that weirdly gets stuck in my brain.
Sharky, the sleeper agent.
Yeah, I mean, and I could say from the job before that.
Speaking of which, my clearance expires next year. Oh, real net zero with this agent.
Yeah, the government clearance, yeah. I think I knew I think I knew all their names from the time before that because I interacted with them enough that I remembered it from the job before that job. Now I couldn't tell you any of their names.
There's something truly just impressive about that. Because I left that job before you started. And I still remember the names.
I mean, yeah, there's just one of them I don't remember his name.
Yeah, secret clearance. Was hoping to get top secret before I got out. Ooh, so mix the agent.
Yeah, mix the secret agent. Yeah.
Who's like half of first name and state, at least, are openly known.
I mean, I am very bad with names. I am extremely bad with names. I'm also very bad with faces. I'm just bad at memory. And sleeping, and a lot of things. I'm just bad in general.
Guess you better talk about all that with your therapist.
What? Confused. Oh.
You feel a bite of disappointment deep inside you, immediately overwhelmed by shame. Idiot. Why in the world would someone like him want someone like you? But then he keeps talking. Do you want to get out of here? You do, in fact, want to get out of here. You're beginning to sober up, the edges of your anxiety creeping back in. You could push yourself back to the crest of the wave with another drink, but that would be another 12 American dollars, and you would regret it in the morning. Over the weekend, I went to a bar and I got a drink that was like expensive even for here. Cocktails at that place were 18 American dollars.
Woo!
And I went, ouch. Oof.
Expensive.
That one hurts. Oof. But it was pretty strong. So I guess it evens out in that you only need one.
It was strong.
It was... You sound like you just put an S in front of the word drunk.
Yes, exactly. Uh-huh.
Strunk.
Strunk.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's where you're drunk and you're slurring your words together. Though I wasn't quite slurring at that point, I think.
I was gonna say that was Yzma's assistant's name in Emperor's New Groove, right?
Who's playing the lover?
Strunk. Right?
Do you want to get out of here with Amari? Absolutely. Half of you absolutely wants to do that. And that part of you nods your head before the other half can start freaking out about it. Grab up the last strings of your buzz and shoulder yourself through the seething crowd, trying to locate Alex to let him know that you'll be leaving with someone. And you don't need a ride home.
Here, come on. Quack.
Is that a grab his hand kind of quack or don't grab his hand kind of quack?
Quack!
I have an opinion, but it's your turn, so.
I mean, what's your opinion?
That in a crowd like this, it's easy to get separated from people in the crowd, and therefore grabbing your hand is a totally platonic and normal thing to do.
I mean, I was actually going to go with grab hand anyway, so.
Great. Grab his hand.
Quack!
Unthinkingly, you grab Amhari's wrist to keep him close in the crowd. His fingers slip into yours, and a shivering bolt of heat rolls down your spine. What?
Wait, what?
Okay. Teamwork!
Makes the quack work?
Yeah. What are you doing? He says it against your ear, more whispery than is probably strictly necessary.
I'm looking for Alex. I want to tell him not to wait for me.
Can't you just text him?
God, crap, I'm an idiot. Of course.
Wow, you totally could do that. Yes, actually, that would be the ideal decision. Because then you wouldn't have to explain where you're going. And you wouldn't express condescending shock that you actually might be getting laid. And you wouldn't have to explain to Amhari how absolutely rarely you go home with people from clubs.
Wait, what?
Rarely as in never ever. Same. That part, same. Never ever.
No, I'm more meant to the wait what at the condescending.
What?
Like condescending remarks your way.
I mean, earlier he did express, like, shock. Like, oh, you're dancing? In, like, a good way, but also in a... It's a little condescending. You just don't notice because I'm also a condescending asshole that you're friends with, and so you just accept it as normal, even though you probably shouldn't, because I'm a terrible friend.
You are a great and wonderful person, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Anyway, how do one-night stands work? I don't get it.
I don't know. We would have to play One Night Stand to find out.
You're right. I guess we'll have to do that because I bought it on the Steam sale for like $1.
We should do that at some point.
This week?
No, not this week.
No?
Friday's Mario Party with Mick.
No, it's not. Not if you didn't acknowledge their scheduling, Sharky.
Wait, when was that?
They didn't say they're free this week. Stand in corner from sunset to sunrise. That would be a one-night stand magic, thank you.
Wow, boo.
So you let Amhari drag you in the opposite direction and out into the breezy evening. Like, should we stop there? It's almost 2 hours.
We should probably stop there.
Father boos me? Stream father is evil? Jail for father.
I'll just go be evil in bed
You
and
kick
sleep.
stream child? You boo stream child?
What is this about kicking my stream child? Is this a reference?
Yeah.
What is this a reference to?
Yet.
What?
Don't worry about it. Okay, we shall save. We have a new page of saves. And yeah, we'll figure out about Mario Party scheduling, but no. Nick said they can't make Friday.
When did they say that?
When I messaged them before the stream separately.
Well, then how am I supposed to know?
Because in their original schedule availability, it was Wednesdays and last Friday specifically because D&D had been canceled. Which is why I messaged them to double check, because I was like, I don't think they're actually available.
See, I don't read things.
Reading comprehension.
I don't have that. I hope you realize this.
I got a decent score in that on the SATs, the ACT way back. Way back.
I didn't. I got terrible scores on my SAT.
Okay, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.